Okay, now we're back for the last segment in today's formal discussion. Earlier we did the source of guidance, and after that we did topic entitled Obey Allah and Obey the Messenger. What was implied there was that two separate and distinct obediences required. And now we're at the premier topic of the day, which is this whole gathering is related to, and that is the Quranic concept of Tawheed, Tawheed Allah, or it would be known in English as monotheism, unicity of oneness. And our topic is going to be surrounding this Arabic verb, wahada. Wahada, wahada. We're going to base our argument around that word, wahid, wahid. To be one, to be alone, to be unique, unparalleled, etc. So let's get rolling. Okay, we have a blank page so nobody doesn't feel a jump start. Al-Ikhlas, or the unity. This is the main verse in the Quran that Muslims point to when they discuss the unity of God. Al-Ikhlas. Kul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. So now we see our word here, ahad, ahad, but we're looking for the word wahada. But unique here is also the word samad. Samad. Translated as eternal. Eternal. When a thing is eternal, it has no beginning and no end. It's not time barred. It's without time limitations. Samad. Eternal. So Allah has said that He is the one, the eternal. He doesn't beget and He's not begotten, and nothing is equal to Him. Special note. There are in Arabic two different words, wahid and ahad, that we want to concern ourselves with. Wahid stands for numerical one, wahid. But ahad is that which has no fractions and none compare to or parallel unto Him. None compared to or parallel to Him. God, Allah, the One, is one. But His unity is not numerical oneness. Not you know what I mean by that. It's not like one and then you can say 1/2 and 1/4 and so forth. Or 1 + 1 = 2 and that kind of thing. His unity is not numerical oneness. It is a personal attribute of Him. Islam declares the absolute unity of the divine being and deals a death blow to all forms of polytheism, including the 3 in 1 or 1 in 3 Trinity, which is numerical. Unity of the divine being is in Islam means that there is none comparable unto Him. Numerical 1 is comparable with 2 or 3 or 4, and it has its fractions, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, etc. Allah cannot be compared or contrasted to God. Contrasted. God, rather, does not have a likeness or an opposite. He doesn't have a likeness or an opposite. Nothing is like Him, nothing is opposite to Him. He can't be compared. So right away, the term Akbar is eliminated. Because when you say Allahu Akbar, He is Akbar, that's a term of comparison. You're comparing him to something that is bigger or smaller, smaller. And He is bigger. So we're going to see that that's not right as we go along. But right away, if He cannot be comparable to any, then that term cannot be used regarding him, his person. What he possesses, he compares. He compares what he possesses to what you possess. He says his possessions is greater than what you possess. You see, what he owns is more than what you own. But in terms of himself, there's no comparison with anything else. He doesn't compare himself with anything else. He doesn't use an attribute for himself that is of a comparative nature. So we're going to see this word here as we proceed. I'll try to make it on every page to see if we can pull it out somewhere. Wahada. That's our theme, Wahada. So we're going to start in Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, because when we invite our Christian friends to this unity, we want to remind them that this is something that you already know about. And so we're asking you to come on board with us with this here now and get rid of these concepts of Trinity and dualism and one thing after the other. So in Isaiah chapter 40, verses 18 and 25 and 28, starting at verse 18, book of Isaiah, it says there, "To whom then will you liken God, or what likeness will you compare unto him?" Sounds like the Quran, right? Look at that. 25. "To whom then will you liken me, or shall I be equal, saith the Holy One?" 28. "Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard? That the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding." Look at that. It says he fainted not, not is he weary. He didn't create the heaven and earth for 6 days and rest. He doesn't create the heaven and earth for 6 days and rest. That's where the Sabbath came from. He doesn't do that. You see? Isaiah 46, 5 and 9. "To whom will you liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be like? Remember the former things of old. For I am God, and there is none else. I am God, there is none like me." Look at that. Don't like Islamic talk to me. That sounds like the Surah Al-Ikhlas. Towards understanding the Quranic concept of Tawheed. Tawahada. You see now, because we use the word Tawheed, and they say, "Well, look, brother, how come you're using this word Tawheed? That's not a Quranic term. Where'd you get that from?" You say, "Well, we say the concept of Tawheed, because the concept is in the Quran." And so Allah talks about people of Noah and that they had names, which you have named you and your fathers. Allah sent no authority for them. We have authority for this. We have a convincing argument for this. Because here's our word Wahada right there, the word Tawheed. The word Tawheed is comprised of Wahada. You see? So in the Quran, in the Bible, there's no word Trinity. Yet the Christians throughout the world believe the Trinity. There's no Trinity word in the Bible. In the Quran, there's no Trinity, yet Muslims reject the Trinity. But the concept for the Trinity is in both books. You see? There's three that bear record in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy Ghost, and these three are one. That's in the Bible. And in the Quran, Allah says, don't say three, but God is one. So there's the concept for the Trinity. So we can coin this phrase, Tawheed. We're not making it up, it's been made up, but there it is right there, Wahada. But be that as it may, we don't need it. We can use monotheism, we can use unity, whatever. But we're going to be searching this Wahada. So the Muslims, they do say Tawheed, so I don't think they'll have too much problem with that. Quran chapter 21, verse 24 to 29. 24. "Or have they taken gods besides him? Say, bring your proof. Hatu burhanakum. Bring your proof. If you've taken a god besides Allah, bring your proof. Whatever it is that you have taken besides Allah as an authority, equal to God, sharing with God in authority, whatever it is, bring your proof for it." 25. "And we sent no messenger before thee, but we revealed to him that there is no God but me, so serve me." Every messenger said that. 26. And they say, the beneficent hath taken to himself a son. Glory be to him. Nay, they are honored servants, whoever that is that you're talking about. They speak not before he speaks, and according to his command they act. They don't speak before he speaks. You see, like I was saying before, Jabril might decide, look, people let me go tell him, no, I'll tell you now, he's busy right now, let's take him down. They don't speak before he speaks. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they intercede not except for him whom Allah approves, and for fear of him they tremble. These people who you're talking about. And whoever of them should say, I am a God besides him, if anybody should say that, such a one we recompense with hell. He's going to go to hell. Thus do we reward the unjust. Special note, John chapter 17, verse 3. And this is life eternal, that they may know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. This is an honored servant. Whoever you're talking about, they're honored servants. Whoever you're talking about, they're honored servants. Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. A servant of God. Wahada, keep that in mind. Tawheed versus shirk. Who can we ask? Who can we ask? So in the Quran, chapter 43, verse 45, it says, ask, 45, and ask those of our messengers who we sent before thee. It's talking to the messenger, in Qabliki. Ask those of our messengers who we sent before thee, did we ever appoint gods to be worshipped besides the beneficent? Ask them. So, wasn't no messengers alive for him to ask, so who was he supposed to ask? Wasn't no messengers alive. And Allah is telling them to ask those. Excuse me, Allah. You can't ask them because they're dead. Wow, that's right. Wow, no, forget that. No. You figure it out. I'm leaving the question marks. You figure that out, who he's supposed to ask. We know. We'll come to it. But right now, keep that around in your mind. The messenger was supposed to ask the messengers before him. Where were they? Who were they? Wahada. There's our theme right there. An invitation to Tawheed, chapter 3, verse 63. No compromise. Say, O people of the book, come to an equitable word between us and you, that we shall serve none but Allah, and that we shall not associate aught with him, and that some of us shall not take others for lords besides Allah. But if, conditional. This is a condition. If they turn away, they don't want to do this here, they turn away, then say, bear witness that we're Muslims. No compromise. We're not going to talk about something else. So, well, look, brother, that's kind of complicated. Can we talk about something else? I mean, you know, we all believe in God. We have more in common than we have problems. Let's talk about the society, the community, how we're going to get schools and fix the roads and all that. Allah says, no, don't talk to them about nothing. You don't want to talk about this and get together on this, and you want to still keep your Trinity and this and worship and all that. What do we care about the roads and the streets? Don't talk about that. That ain't going to stop us from going. I mean, that's not going to make us go to hell because there's roads and you got potholes. Make us go to hell. This is going to make us go to hell. Potholes and all. Special note. An equitable word. Kalimatin sawa'in means a proposition, a public statement, an assertion, an expression of opinion. Let's come to a public statement, a declaration that we can make unanimously, that we can all agree on. An equitable word between us. And that is Tawheed. Unity of God, that we have nobody but God alone. An invitation to Tawheed is an invitation to Allah alone in the Quran alone. That's what it is. An invitation to Tawheed is simply inviting to God alone in the Quran alone. So when the people talk about Tawheed, that's what they're talking about. That's what they should be talking about. But they're talking, the so-called Sunni Muslims, their concept of Tawheed is from the Sunnah. They said Tawheed, Rububiyyah, Uluhiyyah, Asma wa Sifat wa Ittiba. Tawheed of Allah's lordship, the worship of Allah, Tawheed, Rububiyyah, Uluhiyyah, His attributes and names. And then they add another Tawheed, which is the Tawheed of following the messenger. The Tawheed of following the messenger. There's no Tawheed of following the messenger in the Quranic concept. You're going to see. That's the Sunnah thing. That's why they got, now you got to follow the messenger. That's part of Tawheed. They put that in part of Tawheed. So they joined him with God in the unity. If you got to follow him, you got to follow them both. We said Tawheed is the law alone and the Quran alone. Quran chapter 46, verse 29 to 32. And when we turn towards the party of the jinn, who listened to the Quran, party of the jinn, they listened to the Quran. So when they were in its presence, they said, be silent. Then when it was finished, they turned back to their people, warning them. They said, this company of jinn who heard the Quran, O our people, we have heard a book, Kitabin, a book, revealed after Moses, verifying that which is before it, guiding to the truth and the right path. Yahdi ila al-haq wa ila sirat al-mustaqim. Tariq al-mustaqim. We've heard that book. Look, O our people, accept the inviter to Allah. You see, inviting to Allah. Invitation to our Tawheed is an invitation to Allah. Accept the inviter to Allah. And believe in Him. He will forgive you some of your sins and protect you from a painful chastisement. And whoever accepts not the inviter to Allah, he cannot escape in the earth, nor has he protectors besides him. These are in manifest error, the law Mubin. They have rejected the law, rejected the book, rejected the invitation to Tawheed. To Al-Huda. Wahada. Keep that theme in mind. No proof, they have no proof. Quran chapter 23, verse 116 and 117. So exalted be Allah, the true King. No God is there but He, the Lord of the throne of grace. And whoever invokes besides Allah another God, he has no proof of this. La burhanakum. He has no proof of this. His reckoning is only with his Lord. Surely the disbelievers will not be successful. Whoever invokes a God besides Allah, anything besides Allah that you invoke, and that's the source of your guidance, source of security for you, protection for you, authority for you, you don't have no proof for that. Whatever, whoever it is, you don't have no proof. So if somebody asks you to bring the proof, you're going to run away because you have none. Wahada. Now you see that arrow? It means we're going to find it now. When you see that arrow with Wahada, you're going to find it on the page. Approaching gods. These are your approaching gods. You want to use these gods to approach God, to come near to Him. Approaching gods. Excuse me, I want to get to God. Is there any of the approaching gods out there? Yeah, call me. Excuse me, can you help me get to God? Yeah.
like the cat in the soup.
Approaching gods. You see, they come nearer and nearer to someone or something. Approach. Quran 9:30 to 31. And the Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah. And the Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah. These are their words, these are the words of their mouths. They imitate the sayings of those who disbelieved before. Allah's curse be on them, how they are turned away. They take their doctors of law and their monks for lords besides Allah. That's what they do. They take their doctors of law and their monks, that's what they do, Allah said that, for lords besides Allah. You see, Ar-Baban. And also the Messiah, son of Mary. And they were enjoined that they should serve one God only. Is our word, Wahada. They were enjoined to serve Wahada, one God only. You see? There is no God but He. Be He glorified from what they set up with Him. Alright? Down. Deified intercessors. They're still there approaching God's continue. Deified intercessors. Is our arrow, so Wahada is going to be here again. Wherever you see the Wahada with the arrow, it's going to be here. Quran 39, 2 to 4. Surely we have revealed to thee the book with truth, so serve Allah, being sincere to him in obedience. Ad-Din. Now surely sincere obedience is due to Allah alone. And those who choose protectors besides him, they say, we serve them only that they may bring us nearer to Allah. That's the only reason we're serving them. Yeah, we're serving them, but this so that they can bring us nearer to Allah. Surely Allah will judge between them and that in which they differ. Surely Allah guides not him who is a liar. He's a liar, ungrateful. He's a liar. If Allah desired to take to himself a son, to himself, he could have chosen those whom he pleased out of those whom he has created. Glory be to him. He is Allah. Look at that. Al-Wahid, the one, the subduer. Now he's not just Wahada, he's Al-Wahid. Definite article. Al-Wahid. You alright, Emre? I'm going to call you out when I see you.
That's why it's not the numerical one.
Yeah. Huh?
That's why you can't attribute to the numerical one.
What's sharp? Look at that. Because you got the definite article. Wow. Look at that. Go, Derek. Go, Derek. Go, Derek. Wahada. Approaching God's continued. Quran 46:27-28. And certainly we destroyed the towns around about you, and we repeat the messages that they may turn. This is Sarafna, you see, Tashriq. We repeat the messages so that they may turn. Then why did not those whom they took for gods, besides Allah, to draw them nigh, not help them? Nay, they failed them. And this was their lie. So since you took these gods to draw you nearer, when Allah brought wrath down on you, why those gods didn't help you out? You took them to bring you nearer to Allah, and when Allah came down on you, you said, wait a minute, Allah, stop, wait. They're trying to get nearer to you. Say, oh, I didn't know. Who are you? They're approaching gods. And he says, okay, I didn't know what was going on. I'm glad you intervened. Then why did not those who they took for gods besides Allah to draw nigh to him, why did they not help them? Nay, they failed them. And this was their lie. And what they forged, we know what that is, hadith. What they forged failed them, you see? Special note. Lie. This word if. Lie here. See context of 45:6-11. You can do that in your own time. Forged. See 12:1-11. This is what the forge is about. Do that in your own time. Now, here's our wahada, here's our arrow. The shahada of Allah. The shahada of Allah. Can you see Derek? I'm going to 3:17. Allah bears witness that there's no God but He. And so do the angels and the people possessed of knowledge, maintaining justice. There is no God but He, the mighty, the wise. That's the shahada of Allah. The shahada of Muhammad. The shahada of Allah is no God but Allah. The shahada of Muhammad is Allah alone and the Quran alone. Look at that. That's the shahada of Muhammad. Quran 6:19. Say, what thing is the weightiest in testimony? Say, Allah is witness between you and me. And what? This Quran, that's one thing He's testifying to, has been revealed to me that with it I may warn you and whomsoever it reaches. Now, do you really bear witness that there's others gods with Allah? Say, here's my other testimony, I bear not witness. Say, He, Allah, is one God. And surely I am innocent of that which you set up with Him. Look at that. That's his testimony. No God but God, no source of guidance but the Quran. That's his testimony. That's what he testified to. So if you want to attribute something else, he says, I'm innocent of that which you attribute to me. That has nothing to do with it. I don't agree with that.
And that's Quran 6:39?
6:19. Now here's our wahada, here's our arrow again. And we call it the Muwahideen Wahada, the Muwahideen Wahada versus the Mushrikeen, Sharaka. The Mushrikeen. The Muwahideen, Allah alone, in the Quran alone. The Mushrikeen, Sharon, Muhammad, Sunnah, and Hadith. That's the Mushrikeen. Quran 12:106. And most, here's our word, Akhtar. Most of them believe not in Allah without what? Associating others with Him. Now, so what are the other things that they associate with Him? A, that they shouldn't associate with Him. That they do. They shouldn't associate nothing. That's in the Quran, chapter 4, verse 36. Don't associate nothing with Him. So, and serve Allah and associate naught with Him. You see? Bihi shay'an. Don't associate with Him nothing. They should not associate no person with God. In the Quran 18:110. Say, I am only a mortal like you. It is revealed to me that your God is one God. There's our word right there, wahada. So whoever hopes to meet his Lord, he should do good and join no one in the service of his Lord. No person. What else they should not associate with God? Another God. And do not set up with Allah another God. Do not set up with God another God. Here's your three positions right here. Allah alone, wahada. Allah alone in the Quran alone. They say that's some foolishness. These people are Quraniyun. He said, brother, we accept the law alone in the Quran alone. They said that's some foolishness. Don't pay that no mind. These people are what? Quraniyun. That's what they are. Foolishness. When you say that. That's what they say. Wahada. Shahadatain. 35, 37, 35, 36, and 37. Circle, circle, pay attention. They indeed are arrogant. They indeed were arrogant. They indeed were arrogant when it was said to them, there's no God but Allah. When that was said to them, they were arrogant. Wow, why would you be arrogant when somebody said there's no God but Allah? You got arrogant. You see, if I get ready to say, brother, can you go and call Adon? I said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, hayya salah, this is astaghfirullah. You just said there's no God but God. La ilaha illallah. You didn't say Muhammad or Rasulullah. Astaghfirullah. Brother, get that brother out of here. Somebody else come. Yeah, when I said there's no God but Allah, you got arrogant. You didn't like that. You wanted something else to be with that. And when they got arrogant, they said, shall we give up our gods for a mad poet? This guy, what he's talking and all that sound like poetry. Kulhu Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid, Lam Yulad, Lam Yakul Fufuan Had. That's some poetry. You see? Should we give up our Lord for somebody reciting poetry? See? Poet, a mad poet. Nay, he has brought the truth al-Haq and verifies the messengers. Quran 43:15. You have this circle and this circle. And they assigned to him a part of his servants. Man, to be sure, is certainly ungrateful. Look at that. They indeed were arrogant when it was said to them, there is no God but Allah. And then they want to assign to him a part of his servants, Muhammad or Rasulullah. See, they want to assign him. You see, part of his servant. But they can't say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. You have to say Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah. This is a servant of Allah. He has to assign it. Allah says he's a servant. 72:19 and 20. When the servant stood praying, calling on him. They want to assign. They're not happy. No God but Allah. They want to assign a servant. You all right, Tariq? Look, he can't even hear now. He's out cold. He's jammed. Tariq! Why don't you wake up? You're in a coma or what? Semi-coma or what?
I'm good.
Yeah, I know you're good. You're not cold. Wahada. That's what you get to drinking that problem too early in the morning.
Oh, that's cool.
Wahada. What? Look at that. Foolishness.
That Quran time in it.
Quran 38:5-7. But before we do that, look at verse 4 first. Verse 4. And they wonder that a warner from among themselves has come to them. And the disbelievers say, this is an enchanter, a liar. You see, that's what they said. He's an enchanter, a liar. You see? Why? Look what he does. Maketh he the gods a single God. This guy want to make the gods just a single God. He said, brother, don't say three. Well, Allah is one. So he wants to make the gods, how many you have, he want to make them a single God. Imagine that. Can you imagine somebody want to make the gods just to be one God? See, brother, don't say, Shalom Muhammad Rasulullah. Just say, Shalom Allah. And say, you submit yourself to the Lord of the world. You don't want to make two gods, so now you're obeying him and obeying him. See, no. He wants to make the one God. And the chiefs, meaning the sheikhs, the scholars, the learned men, the chiefs, the high-ups, the chiefs, they always got to be ruling something. And the chiefs among them say, go and steadily adhere to your God. Never mind the foolishness he's talking. Surely this is a thing intended. It's intended that you serve your gods and do that. We never heard of this in the former times. This is nothing but a forgery. Look, brother. Did he want to make the gods a single? He talking about the Quran alone? He said it's some foolishness. Go and follow Quran and Sunnah and all that. And that's what's intended for you, Quran and Sunnah. This Quran alone thing, we never heard of that from nobody else. We never heard of that before. We never heard of that before. You want to make the gods a single God. Go and do what you've been doing, and we never heard that. That's what the imams and the sheikhs have said, the chiefs among them. They're the ones who told them that. Go and do what you were doing. Uh-oh, now arrow again, Wahada. The people of Ad, and their messenger Hud. Chapter 7, verse 70 to 71. He had a discourse with them, and they said, hast thou come to us that we may serve Allah alone? Now look at that. This is our wahdahu. Allah wahdahu. Allah is making it clear now. Allah wahdahu. Wahada is our wahada. Allah wahada. Allah alone. Look. Have you come to us that we can serve Allah alone? That's what you come in. That's what you want to tell us? You want to come in here telling us, look, brother, you should just be obeying this Quran. That's Allah's word. That's Allah alone. You come to tell us, what about our beloved Prophet, Sahib? That we adore, we throw kisses to him and praise him and celebrate his birthday and look at all those things. He split the moon and water comes out of his fingers and all that. And you want to tell us to stop believing that? And just Allah alone? Look at that. So look. He said, indeed, uncleanness and wrath from your Lord has lighted upon you. It's already happened on you. Do you dispute with me about names which you and your fathers have named? Allah has set down no authority for them, no sultan, no convincing argument. Wait then. Wait. I too with you of those who wait. You just wait then. Because I'm waiting too. I can't rush nothing on. You see? Uncleanliness is already on you because look how you're thinking. You got that kind of thinking, you're already in a state of uncleanliness. And wrath is already on you. You see, it's already on you. That's what you're thinking? You want to come to us to serve Allah alone? And give up what our fathers used to do? This is tradition, brother. This is the sunnah, the tradition. Everybody's been doing this for, you're the only one that we've never heard that before. Around 4012, look. That is because when Allah alone was called upon, you disbelieve. You see, when they talked about Allah alone, you disbelieve. You don't like to hear that. Allah alone. Anybody talking about Allah alone? Brother, just Allah alone. The Quran alone. Muhammad's just a messenger. He brought the message, not about him. If he dies and slain, he's going to turn back. Allah alone. Allah never dies. He's always here. Allah alone. When he was called upon, you disbelieve. And when associates, just bring somebody with him, were given to him, you believe. We're going to just add somebody to him. Say Allah and. Once you say Allah and, well, no problem. Who's your and? Who's your and? Allah and Jesus, Allah and Moses, Allah and Ezra, Allah and this, Hadith and Sunnah, Allah and everybody's happy with Allah and. You see? But when you just have Allah by itself and nobody with him, so wait a minute, hold it. Just Allah by himself? You know, we can't have nothing that we made up, something that we designed, that we can have for our own thing to make us different from everybody else. You know, Allah and. So we can be different, our costumes, our rituals. And we got to be like everybody else. That's because of Allah wahdahu. Allah wahdahu, there's that word. Was called upon you, disbelieve. You didn't like that. As soon as you give somebody else, you say Allah and, they're happy. So judgment belongs to Allah who? The High Al-Kabir. Look at that, Al-Kabir. So there's your Akbar gone. Your Akbar is gone because he calls himself Al-Kabir. That's who he is. He can't be he Akbar and he Al-Kabir at the same time. Right. He can't be one who's comparable Akbar and be the one at the same time. Right. One cancels out the other, one negates the other, one refutes the other. So either he's comparable or he's not, and he's not all inclusive. So he says he's Al-Kabir, your stuff is wrong. He doesn't never call himself Akbar. So here it is. Uh-oh, there's our sign again. Wow. What have that? Others. Quran 39:4. If Allah desired to take a son to himself, he could have chosen whom he pleased out of his those whom he has created. Glory be to him. He is Allah Al-Wahid. Look at that. Al-Wahid. This is Abdul. See, Allah emphasizes this idea of our son. Because any person, most men, they want sons. Because sons is what keep their lineage going, you see. You know, you trace a man's lineage through the male ancestors, not through the females. So a man always tries to, I just want to get a son. I don't care how many girls I have. Just give me one son. See, but our son is like, when I die, there's nobody. My daughter's there all wiki watching, they're going to marry somebody and the stuff is gone. You see? But if I got a son, that's me. Because the genes is gone, genetic, go right on through. So they're thinking that Allah needs a son so he can keep his authority going. And not only that, the son can help him, because if he got a son, that means he's getting older. And the son will eventually step in, take care, be strong and powerful and all that. So they want to attribute a son to Allah. You see? So he said he could have chosen whoever he wanted if he wanted to do that. He could have chosen, because he definitely can't have no sons. Look at the words he used. He didn't say, I can have sons anytime I want. He would have to choose a son from somebody, because he don't have a mate. See, so it would be adopted sons. He could have adopted a son from whom maybe he wanted. He don't have none because he got no mate. The language is very subtle and clear there. What happened? Fi Quran wahdaha. Fi is in Al-Quran, the wahada alone. In the Quran alone. Look, Quran 17, 45, 46, the Quran alone. And when thou recitest the Quran, we place between thee and those who believe not in the hereafter a hidden barrier. And we put coverings on their hearts, their qulub, on their thinking, and a deafness in their ears, lest they understand it. And when thou makest mention of thy Lord, fi in Al-Quran, the Quran, wahdaha alone, they turn their backs in the version. They don't want to hear that. Yeah, you got to be Quran and Hadith. Talk about Allah and Quran and Hadith. You see? How the Prophet went up to heaven to talk with Allah and Moses and all that. And one thing after the other, rocks told him, look, there's Jews behind the rock. And all that stuff was happening, all that fantastic stuff. But when you just talk about from the Quran alone, you'll see none of that. They don't like that. They say, where's all the stories we were telling and all that stuff in the Quran? We don't like that. Bring the Quran over and that'll change this. We don't like that. We don't like that Quran. That Quran is not supporting our mythology. There's our arrow. Not good. Not good for them. The arrow. Yeah. Quran 39:45-46. And when Allah wahdahu, when Allah alone is mentioned, just mention Allah alone, the hearts, the thinking, the qulub, the thinking of those who believe not in the hereafter shrink. You get closed-minded. Your thinking shrink. You get closed-minded. Whenever you mention Allah alone, Allah, brother, just Allah, the Quran says, you brother, you just the Quran, you Quraniyun. Shrink wrap. You know, it reminds them like raisins. You know what I mean? They get shrunk. Their minds, their hearts think. When Allah alone is mentioned, the hearts of those who believe not in the hereafter shrink. And when those besides him are mentioned, lo, they are joyful. So I said, wait a minute. Wow, that's something there. It says, those beside him. I said, who could that be? It says, anybody, anything, anyone. Doesn't matter who it is. Anybody, anything, any God. We just went through them, right? Just mention anyone besides God. Mention anything besides God. Anybody. Allah and the Prophet. Okay, good. You're happy. Allah and the Messenger. Okay, you're happy. Just Allah and you're happy. But just talk about Allah alone, you don't like that. See, and Allah's condemning you for Allah and, meaning a separate and distinct entity. He's condemning you for that. Say, O Allah, originator of heaven and earth, knower of the unseen and the seen, thou judgest between thy servants as to that wherein they differ. Like the messenger said over here in 6:115, shall I seek a judge other than Allah when he has revealed a book fully detailed? I'm going to look for a judge other than that. You judge. Allah judges. Question. Who are those besides him? When those besides him are mentioned, I said, who are those besides him? It says, those besides him. It says, well, him, that's Allah. When you mention anybody besides him, you're happy. Allah's condemning that. You mean if I mention the Prophet also? Well, that's those besides him, isn't it? So he's included. He's included. Don't mention him besides him. He's but a messenger. He delivers the message. Don't associate him with Allah. Don't give him authority like he has equal balance, equal weight. Says Allah and the Prophet. Who's going to come? The brother and his helper. So what's he need a helper? Because that thing is heavy. He can't lift it by himself. So the brother and his helper is coming. Wow. He can't do it by himself. I can't pay him both. Don't worry. He can give the brother a little something. Wahada. Too late. You know, here's the wahada, but it's too late now. You finally got it right, but it's too late. You got it right, but it's too late. Look at that. Quran chapter 40, verse 84-85. So when they saw our punishment, they said, we believe in Allah wahdahu. Look at that. Wow, all of a sudden now the people who didn't like that, when they saw the punishment and all of what was happening, they changed their mind now. When they saw the punishment, they saw the signs and all that, they wouldn't listen. I don't care. Poetry, look, our fathers ain't into that. We never heard that before. Will take us out of our country and out of our land and everything. But now when the punishment comes down on them and you left by yourself, they say, we believe in Allah. Not just Allah. What's that who? Alone. We believe in Him alone. And we deny what we used to associate with Him. Whatever it is. Whatever it was, we deny it. How did the son or not? We don't know. That was wrong. That was wrong. So that was wrong. That was wrong. Well, you said the prophet, you know, saying he said to stone him and do that, and you was doing that. That was wrong. We know it was wrong. We just you alone. But their faith could not profit them when they saw our punishment. Too late. You see? Such is Allah's law. You see? the Sunnatullah, his Sunnah, that's his Sunnah, whichever takes its course in the matter of his servants, and there the disbelievers are lost. The disbelievers are lost. Question: where in the Quran does Allah mention the Sunnah of Muhammad? Allah knows the Sunnah, he says the Sunnah of Allah. He knows to say Sunnah. So does he say Sunnah of Muhammad? Where? Can you show me in the Quran? He said, before I thought maybe he didn't say it because he's not familiar with that word Sunnah. There it is, Sunnah of Allah. So now, how come he didn't say Sunnah of Muhammad, since that's what you want to follow, the Sunnah of Muhammad? Well, I never mentioned it. Shouldn't that give you a clue? Wow, look at that. Alright, well, no problem. Arrow again, look at that. That's not good. Abraham and those with him. Quran chapter 60, verse 40. Indeed, there is for you a good example in Abraham and those with him. What is the example? When they said to their people. That's what they said. Abraham and those with him, they all said that to their people. We are clear of you. We are clear of you. Not only that, by the way, and that which you serve besides God. We're clear of that too. We're clear of you. And that mess over there that you serve, we don't want nothing to do with that either. It was we don't want nothing to do with that, and you, because you're associated with that, so we're cutting you loose too. We disbelieve in you, and there has arisen enmity and hatred between us and you forever. Until you believe in Allah wahdahu alone. Once you believe in Allah wahdahu, we can calm down. But it's not forever then. We're never going to get out of this. We're never going to stop. Forever. There's enmity and hatred between you and us forever until you trust Allah alone. Otherwise, we don't want nothing to do with that. We're not going to be down with you.
Excuse me, brother. Is that verse 64?
Chapter 60, verse 4. I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's wrong. Good point now again. Good point now. Good point now again. 64. Chapter 60, verse 4. Mr. Derek in the House representative. Cross that out anyway. It's chapter 60, verse 4. Compliments of Derek. Derek and company. Where Derek is in the house with that brother. You sit next to that brother. I think y'all got something going on. I think y'all got something going on. I have to watch y'all now. You two, I'll move y'all. One of y'all move over. Move y'all apart. Quran 16, 120 to 121. Surely Abraham was a model of virtue, obedient to Allah, upright, and he was not of the mushrikeen. Grateful for the favors, grateful for his favors, he chose him and guided him on the right path. Guided him ila Sirat al-Mustaqim. Abraham. He was not of the mushrikeen. He was not of the mushrikeen, so he was of the muwahideen. He was of the Quran alone. He was of the Tawheed. Nothing else. He didn't have nothing else that he adhered to. Abraham. He doesn't want nothing to do with you until you are involved in Allah. In closing, Quran chapter 23, verse 116 and 117. So exalted be Allah, the true King. The true King. No God is there but He, the Lord of the throne of grace. And whoever, doesn't matter who it is, whoever invokes beside, meaning in addition to, as well as Allah, another God, he has no proof of this. No proof. So, whenever you invoke somebody besides Allah, that becomes another God. Meaning when you invoke them, you want to seek assistance, guidance, help from them, they become another God. Plain and simple. That's what it is. Another God. Because Allah is sufficient as a guide and a helper. but you're saying he's not sufficient as a guide and helper. We need these other entities and things and person places to help us, to guide us, to assist us. You know, the Quran doesn't have the details. It doesn't tell you the deal. Brother, how are we going to make this a law? You see how foolish you are. Quran says, Akami Salah, Ikama Salah, and there's no details how to do it, how we're going to do it. We need these entities besides Allah. So they become another God. That's what Allah says. It says, you have no proof of this. You don't have no proof. You don't have no proof. That's all. O ye ignorant ones. Ayyuhal jahilin. Jahilun. O you ignorant ones. You ignorant ones. I'm not calling them that. This is what Allah called them. Look, 39, 64 to 67. Say, tell them, do you bid me to serve others than Allah, O you ignorant ones? You ignorant ones? You want me to serve other than Allah? You want me to mix up the Quran and with Hadith and Sunnah with all the attributes that the Quran said, and you want me to abandon that and go follow some foolishness over here? That's ignorance. And you're the ignorant one. Oh, you ignorant one. That's what Allah said. Do you bid me to serve others than Allah, O you ignorant ones? And certainly it has been revealed to thee and to those before thee that if you associate with Allah, thy works would be certainly come to naught, and thou would be of the losers. Whatever you're doing won't mean nothing. If you're associating and you're going getting your information from over here in different places and all that, doing all these sunnahs and hadith and fiqh and tafsirs, whatever you're doing is nothing. All that coming to Jummah, making salah, and eagle, barak, boom, it's all foolishness. There's nothing sanctioned in the Quran for that. It will come to nothing. Nothing, that's what Allah says. Nay, but serve Allah alone and be of the thankful. And they honor not Allah with the honor that's due to Him. And it's lip service only. Lip service only. Like you find in that book of Mark, where following traditions of men, they gave them the commandments of God. And there's some foolishness. And you'll find that in the Quran, chapter 5, verse 104, the lip service. Shirk. An unprotectable offense. An unprotectable offense. Sometimes the good you do doesn't do you any good. Sometimes the good you do doesn't do you any good. And that's something. The good you do is not doing you any good. Because why? You're involved in shirk and it's just washing away. It's going to nothing. Al-Mushrikeen. Who are the Mushrikeen? 6107. Who are the Mushrikeen? Very simple to answer that. Follow that which is revealed to you from your Lord. There is no God but He. We went through this before. Once you got that in pat, that's the Tawheed. Anything now that's against that, they are the Mushrikeen. Turn away from the Mushrikeen. They are against these two very simple propositions here, which is just one. 1 + 1 = 1. Follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. He's the one who revealed it. And in that revelation, He told you there's no God but He. So follow that. Follow everything that's in it. And anybody who don't like that, turn away from them. They're the Mushrikeen. Special note. Mushrik is chiefly determined by two factors. Number one, not following divine revelation. Number two, not acknowledging the absolute unity of God. That's what shirk is, basically. Not following divine revelation and not acknowledging the unity of God. Once you are devoid of these two, you are mushrik straight up. Doesn't matter. That's what Allah said, and that's who you are. You can't change it. Don't get mad at it. You know, don't get mad. Don't get mad at it. I got nothing to do with it. Just reciting this verse. Quran chapter 6, verse 149 to 150. Look at that. Those who are polytheists, those who are mushrik say. Look at this line. They said if. Look what they said. If Allah had pleased, we would not have set up aught with Him, nor with our fathers, nor would we have made anything unlawful. If Allah had pleased, we wouldn't have did it. So Allah must be pleased with that. We're doing it. Tariq. Look, he's out. He's finished. He's jammed. Oh boy, you got some more? You got the microwave? Heat up some milk, some of that milk. Give milk now. Heat up some, give him a cup. This is good time. This is good time for his milk. You only get some warm glass of milk. Give him a little warm glass of milk. Don't put too much honey in it. Let the milk warm. Not test it with your finger like the babies used to taste it. And give him some. He'll be all right. Some warm milk and some soft cereal. Soak the cereal. Soak the cornflakes, let it get all mushy and all that, and spoon it through. It'll be all right. Spoonie G. Remember that? Those who are polytheists and mushrik say, if Allah had pleased, we would not have set up aught with him, nor with our fathers, nor would we have made anything unlawful. Thus did those before them reject the truth, until they tasted of our punishment. Say, have you any knowledge so that you would bring it forth to us? You got any knowledge about what you just said? You only follow a conjecture and you only lie. Say, then is Allah's conclusive argument. If he had pleased, he would have guided you all, not just what you said. See, you said if Allah had pleased, we would not have been mushriks, we would not have done that. But Allah said, you're a liar. Where's your proof of that? Because if Allah had pleased, you would have all been guided, not what you're talking about. He gave you that option and you went away. If he had forced something on you and been his will, you would have been guided, like everything else is guided. Everything else is guided. You're the only one that he let you get some free will and then you went off. And you said because Allah gave you the free will, he's responsible now. No, he's not. He said if he had willed, he would have guided you all. And then he would have forced you, and then there'd be nothing for you. You don't get no benefit now because you didn't use your choice, so you don't get no reward. It's only when I tell you to do this and don't do that, and you do the right thing, I reward you. But if you don't have no choice and all that, then there's no reward for that. So you lied. Allah said you lied. Where's your proof? He said we would not do that. We would have not made anything unlawful. If only if the law had will. So it's his fault. So it's not your liar. Chapter 30, verse 35. Or have we sent down to them an authority so that it speaks of that which they associate with him? You got something that tells you that? Have we sent down an authority, a convincing argument, and it speaks about this hadith and sunnah? You got something that we sent down that tells you hadith and sunnah is what you should be following? Did we send down something with you? Where's it at? Where's it at? It's a hadith Qudsi. It's a revealed hadith Qudsi. Where's it at? You have nothing. Allah says, what hadith do you want out the one is ayats? Qudsi? No, get that inside. I don't know what that is. Capital crime or offense. Capital punishment. Capital punishment. Capital punishment. Quran chapter 4, verse 48. Surely Allah forgives not the partner should be set up with him, and forgives all besides that to whom he pleases. And whoever, doesn't matter who it is, whoever sets up a partner with Allah, he devises, meaning he conceives, he thought this up, indeed a great sin. You know, you conjured up this yourself, you manufactured this. You made that up. Allah ain't giving you no authority for it. And so he's not going to forgive you for that. Something you made up. What he told you, you reject that and said, look, make up your own thing, never mind that. Quran chapter 6, verse 89. This is the Lord's guidance wherewith he guides whom he pleases of his servants. And if they had associated, Allah is talking about 18 different prophets here, and their forefathers and so forth. He mentioned them all. And then he said, these are the ones who the Lord guided. And if those 18 prophets had associated aught with him, all that they would have been in vain. Those prophets. All what they did would have been in vain. Would have been worth nothing. You care nothing about you being a prophet and all that. You do some foolishness and see what happens. All what you did, all you did would have been worth nothing. You would have went to hell. So what was that? The call to shirk. The call to shirk. You see? We call them the people to Al-Huda, Tawheed, the guidance, Allah alone, Quran alone, and they're calling us to shirk. Quran chapter 40, verse 41 to 44. O my people, how is it that I call you to salvation, deliverance, deliverance? Naja, Quran Dictionary 554C. I call you, they say salvation, no acceptable now. Deliverance. Oh my people, how did I call you to deliverance? And you call me to the fire. Wow, that don't seem right. I'm calling you to deliverance to get yourself out of stuff, and you call me to the fire. I mean, wow, come on, brother, you think that's right? You call me to the fire. Wow. I mean, you my homeboy. You call me to the fire. Look, he likes that. That hit the nerve. You see, homeboy, he likes that. So why that old geezer talking about homeboy? He says, look, you call me to disbelieve in Allah alone and to associate with him that for which I have no knowledge. I don't know nothing about Hadith and Sunnah and all these things, and Abu Bakr and Saeed and Boob and, you know what I'm saying, Bukhari. I don't know these people. I don't know what that is. This is hearsay. I don't know them. You know, brother, this is Hadith. They sifted and Bukhari finally threw out these and did this. And I'm saying, look, I don't know that stuff, brother. Please. This is what I know right here. I see this. That I don't know. You call me to disbelieve in Allah alone and to associate with him that for which I have no knowledge. Well, I already told you, follow that which you have no knowledge. Your insight and intellect will be questioned. And I call you to the mighty, the forgiving. That's what I'm calling you to. Without doubt, that which you call to me has no title. You see? It's not dawah. It's not dawah. You see? It's not deserving to be called to. What you have called me to, there's no authority for it. It's not dawah. It's shirk. It's not deserving for me to be called to. It has no title to be called to in this world or in the hereafter. And our return is to Allah, and the prodigals are companions of the fire. 44. So, you will remember what I said to you. You'll remember that. I'm saying this to you now. That brother, we got no time for that. See you later. You go about to do this. There's no problem. You'll remember that. When you die, it's just a short time now, and you stand before Allah and say, wow, I remember what the brother said, and look at this. I remember that. Allah says, you will remember, tell him, you will remember what I said to you. And I entrust my affair to Allah. Surely Allah is the seer of his servants. You will remember what I said to you. You remember that. Whatever we talk to these people, brothers today and all that, you'll remember that. You're going to do whatever you please. But you will remember that. So you ain't going to forget. You might act like you will forget now, brother. I don't care about that. We're going to do what I'm doing. But when death overtakes you and all that, now all that stuff you're doing now is gone, and you will remember this. Because you're going to remember, wow, look at that. That's the first thing in my mind. Tawheed, according to the Quran, is a hard sell. It's hard to sell it. It's a hard sell. Tawheed, a hard sell. So, brother, I've been trying to sell this all day and I ain't got nothing. I got to get a new job. And this Tawheed, you say, I mean, it's a good business, Tawheed, makes sense and all that, but nobody's buying it. I'm not going to do it, brother. We've got some Tawheed. You want to check it out now? You know, we don't like that. We're mushriks. We don't want that. We don't. You just got that one thing. Yeah, we buy stuff by the dozens, wholesale. You know? We don't buy no one thing. We don't want that. Look, Quran 13:36. And those whom we have given the book rejoice in that which has been sent down to thee. And of the confederates, meaning the groups, certain groups, you see, certain confederations, they align together, confederates, certain groups, you know, Isna, Ikna, Sutla, you know, these groups. Some of them deny part of it. They said, brother, that part about being fully detailed and all that, nah, because they don't tell us Hadith and Sunnah and all that. They don't know how to make the Salah and all that. So some of these confederates, these groups that align together, you see, they deny part of this. You see? Part of it. Say, I am commanded only to serve Allah and not associate anything with Him. To Him do I invite you. Tawheed is an invitation to Allah. And to Him is my return. I'm inviting you to Him. When I invite you to the Quran, I'm inviting you to Him. Not Him and. Not Him and. I'm not inviting you to Him and. Quran 42:13. He has made plain to you the Sharia, the way. He has made plain to you the way. To you, the deen, which He has enjoined upon Noah, and that which He has revealed to, that which He has enjoined upon Noah, and that which He has revealed to thee, and that which He enjoined upon Abraham and Moses and Jesus. What? To establish deen, outcome of deen, establish deen, and be not divided therein. Don't be divided in your deen, in obedience. But that's hard for the mushrikeen. It's hard for the mushrikeen. He's not used to one thing. He wants two or more things. The mushrik has two or more things. You don't want one thing. What, this all you got? This one thing? Nah, I mean, look, I got all these pockets and stuff, and you just want, I mean, I'm going to walk around here, pockets empty and all that. I need stuff in all my pockets. I ain't used to this. Dude, I don't even need these pockets, you know what I'm saying? I need a lot of different stuff, bags and pouches and stuff. You just got one thing. That's hard for me. I'm a mushrik. For you to tell me to get up out of my stuff and just have one thing, that's hard for me. It's like a hoarder. You ever seen those pictures of the movies about hoarders? He said, brother, you can't even hardly move in here, so get rid of stuff. Well, I just got to keep that. Oh, please, no, not that, please. You see? Yeah, no, give me that back. It's hard, you see? You're a mushrik. So you want to get rid of something, no. Hard for the mushrik is that to which thou calleth them. Calleth them. And Allah guides to Himself whom He pleases. There's some in between there and you read. Let me close with these verses. Quran 39:29. Allah sets forth a parable. He wants to give you a parable, something that you can comprehend now. Down to let me just give you something very, very plain and down to earth. Young brother here just sitting here, I'll tell you, I have to admire him. Sitting all day long, he's sitting here listening to this. You know what that means? That takes discipline.
Yeah.
That's discipline. You don't find the average child his age can sit here and be disciplined to listen to something like this.
Right.
Without jumping and running and whoop and goddamn, where we gonna go? That's discipline, brother. You give him a treat. We need to give him a treat. Let's contribute and give him a treat.
Oh, he took the whole box of donuts.
No, not donuts. We want to give him something nice. What do you like?
That's what he wanted. That's all he did what he wanted.
Find out what we want. We're going to get it for him.
Okay. All right.
We'll get it for him.
All right.
Allah says forth a parable. A man belonging to partners, differing with one another, and a man devoted wholly to one man. Are the two alike in condition? Praise be to Allah. Nay, it is again Afdaru. Most of them don't know. Most of them don't know. Look at that. A man belonging to partners, he belonged to partners, he's got partners, and they differing all the time. No, yes, no, I'm going to. Different, this big man, we can't get nothing done like this. It's different every day. It's the same bickering and arguing foolishness. Nothing gets done. Well, no, not. Well, honey, how did the day go? It's the same old foolishness. Well, you know, they different arguing, but you ain't getting nothing. Well, why you keep doing that? So lots of men belong to parties differing with one another. Or a man devoted wholly to one man. Just one person. Whatever you say, that's what I do. There's no difference. You said it, I did it. If it ain't the right thing, you to blame. There's no problem. I did it. You see? Are the two alike in condition? No. Therefore, no harmony in two authorities. If you have two authorities, there's no harmony. Quran and Sunnah, no harmony. Here it is right there. There's going to be no harmony. Because you're going to have the hadith differing with the Quran. So, well, brother, we only accept the ones that agree. Now, the whole concept is wrong. You see, it's not that when you differ, sometimes you agree. Allah said that whole thing is wrong. You see? Allah says in chapter 21, verse 22, if there were in them, in the creation, gods besides Allah, they would have both. Gods besides Allah. They would have both, Allah and other gods now. Allah puts himself in it. They would have both been in disorder. Now Allah going to be in disorder. If he had another God with him, there's going to be some problems. Because Allah going to be trying to say this and they trying to say that, and they two big gods clashing. They're both in disorder. Allah going to be in disorder, and who's that? They're in disorder too, so no problem. This is my sun, that's your moon. Well, I tell you what, the moon ain't coming out tonight. Just for that. You know, just to let it stay hot. People say, oh, it's hot, it's scorching. Oh, God, well, that's the moon God over there. He won't let the moon shine, so nothing I can do. Well, why don't you beg him, please, make up, y'all make friends. No, I don't care what you do. I'm not going to give in. You see? So the whole thing gets destroyed. If there were in them gods besides Allah, they both would have been in disorder. So glory be to Allah, the Lord of the throne, being above what they ascribe to him. He ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. That's why you have harmony and order. Quran 12:108. I'm repeating this. Most of them believe not in Allah would associate others with him. 107. Do you then feel secure? Are you feeling secure? You think you're okay? Walk around here every day with your beards and red and blue and black, and your pants up high, and walking, brother, toothpick on, and kufis and stuff, and solid, and whatever you're doing. You see, do you feel secure in your associating partners with Allah? You feel secure like that? Do you feel secure from the coming to them of an all-encompassing chastisement from Allah, or for the coming to them of the hour suddenly while you perceive not? While you strutting around, boom, heart attack, bullet, car jump up on the curb. You feel secure, and something could happen to you any moment. You feel secure? You got it like that? Say, this is my way. I call to Allah, not Allah and. I don't call to Allah and. I call to Allah with certain knowledge. I'm sure about what I'm doing. I, not only me, those who follow me, they're doing the same thing I'm doing. They're calling only to Allah. And glory be to Allah, and I am not of the mushrikeen. I'm not of the mushrikeen. I call to Allah with certain knowledge. I'm not just fooling. I know what I'm talking about. And those who follow me who do the same thing, they're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing. And I'm not of the mushrikeen. You see? Allah alone in the Quran alone. 619, 6107. 6107. Follow only that which is revealed to you from their Lord. There is no God but He, and turn away from the mushrikeen. Finally, unlock your minds. Unlock your minds. Unlock your minds. 47:24. Do they not reflect on the Quran? Not the Quran and. Not the Quran and. Allah knows how to say the Quran and. Do they reflect on the Quran? Or are there locks on their mind, on their thinking, on their qulub, on their thinking, on their thinking? There's lock. I can't think. So I can't reflect on the Quran because I'm just one thought mind, one-minded. Got me the Quran, the Hadith, and Sunnah, so I can't. I don't see what they're saying. It's Quran and Sunnah, so I don't see. Locks on your mind. Quran 10:99-100. And if thy Lord had pleased, all those in the earth would have believed. If He had forced that on you, if it was His will, He forced it on you, everybody would believe. If it was He leaves it up to you, all of them. Will thou then force men till they believe? You're gonna force people? You're gonna try to make them believe? You're gonna force them? It is not for any soul to believe except by Allah's permission. He has cast uncleanness on those who will not understand. On anybody who will not use their intellect, he's punished you for that. Who will not use their akal, their intellect. Not use their intellect. Not reason, not think. If you won't do that, he's cast uncleanness on you. You see? Not to touch this except those who are mutaharin, who will think. Since you won't use your mind, unclean.